Hi guys, welcome back. So we wanted to create a quick video for some flyer conditioning and a little workout you can do at home. So make sure that you have warmed up correctly and done all of your normal stretches before you begin this workout. Let's get started. For our first exercise, you're going to find an elevated surface and you're going to lift your leg 10 times per side. Now, be sure that your leg that you're standing on stays nice and straight. We don't want any bent knees. We also want a nice tight high V where you're pulling up towards the ceiling. You're going to be using your hip flexors, your core muscles, and your quads to do this exercise. Next, turn to the side and you're going to do the same type of exercise, but this time you're going to isolate your obliques and IT bands. Again, you're going to have a nice strong high V lifting up towards the ceiling and make sure that bottom leg does not bend. You don't want your opposite side to dip as you're doing this either. Make sure that you're really isolating those movements. When you finish that, you're going to turn around and you're going to do Arabesque Tops. For this exercise, we're going to do 10 per leg, and you're going to make sure that you're isolating the movement within your lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. Make sure as you do this that your bottom leg stays nice and straight and that your chest does not dip down. After that, you're going to lay down on your back, lift your hips towards the ceiling, squeeze your glutes, and you're going to do 10 leg kicks per side. Make sure that as you're doing these kicks that they are nice and controlled. Your hips should stay elevated the entire time. You're going to do 10 kicks per leg. When you finish that, you're going to lay down flat on the ground and hit a T. You're going to first do a kick to the side and then to your nose. You're going to do 10 of these per leg. Make sure that you're keeping your hips square to the ceiling and that you're not rolling over whenever you're kicking out to the side. After that, you're going to drop to one knee and you're going to do 5 heel stretch kicks. So you don't have to hold this for a long period of time, but this really makes sure that you're not swinging your leg to get to your heel stretch and that you're kicking and pulling your leg up with your ab muscles. Everybody's going to have a side that's a little better than the other, so just take your time, squeeze, and really concentrate on correct technique. You want to do 5 to 10 of these per leg. After that, grab a stunt stand or use the same elevated surface that you started with, and you're going to do 5 libs to lunges. Now notice that you really want to keep that high V squeeze pulling up towards the ceiling and not drop your form. This isolates all of your leg muscles, and this makes you a better flyer for those single leg stunts because you're able to get on top of your bases and really push yourself off and get to the top of the stunt. I'm going to show you from the side here so that you see she's hitting a lib and going down into that deep lunge, straight back up to the lib and back to the lunge. Take your time. After that, get in a back bend and you're going to do bridge kicks. Make sure your toe is pointed. You want to do 5 per leg. This is another variation that will help you ensure that you're not swinging your leg to kick up to your stretches. So on this one, you'll put your back against the wall, hit a high V or a T, and then just kick your leg. Make sure it's nice and slow. You don't want it to hit the ground fast. Just kick up and slowly pull it down. You're going to do 10 per leg. After that, you're going to turn around and put your chest and your hands up against the wall, and you're going to do backwards kicks. Make sure that your toe is pointed, and again, you want to do 10 per leg. After that, we can go ahead and start with our overstretches. So you want to back up against the wall, put one leg up high on the wall, and you want to try to get as flat to the wall as possible. Hold these for 30 seconds and then switch your legs. You may want to pause the video so that you get your full 30 seconds in. After that, turn around and you're going to kick one leg up to the wall and you're going to hold it there for 30 seconds as well. You really want to try to lean your hips into the wall to really stretch that leg. Drop it down and then do the other side after 30 seconds has passed. Now if your leg falls down, that's totally fine. Just get back up into your stretch and continue to count. After that, find something small you can use as a raised surface. So here we have a yoga block and we're going to do 30 seconds of our side splits. If you have a lot of flexibility, you have the option to reach backwards towards your back leg or to put your elbows down on the ground. Once your 30 seconds is up, you're going to switch legs and use the same raised surface for your overstretches. And we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Then rotate your hips over, keep one foot on your elevated surface, and go down to your elbows for your middle split. Now, if you're very flexible, you could also open up and put your chest to the ground. Once your 30 seconds is up, you're going to come out of it and you're going to do it again, but with the opposite leg. After that, you're going to get back into your side split and you're going to go down to your elbows. Now, make sure when you do this that you are really close to your leg. You don't want your body out to the side, so keep your forearm as close to your knee as possible. If you're flexible, you can use the elevated surface, but if not, just doing this stretch like Hayden is showing us is just fine. Once you gain more flexibility, you can elevate that lead leg. We're holding for 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides and do the other side for 30 seconds. Make sure that when you're doing this, that your knee in the back is nice and straight, and that your shoelaces are down, facing the ground. You don't want them facing the wall. You want to make sure that knee is on the ground as well. After that, you can practice your body position. So here is a lib, a nice straight leg. Her toe is tucked tightly to her other leg, and she's pulling up in that high V. This is a stretch. She's pulling to her nose, not outside of her body, and she has a strong arm motion to the side. Arabesque, a pointed toe, her chest is up, and her leg is not bent and slightly elevated. This is a scale. So notice she doesn't have a bend in her leg, a pointed toe, and she's grabbing on her shin. This is a scorpion, pulling up. As you get more flexibility, you're going to be able to straighten out those arms and straighten out that leg, and that's going to be a needle. I hope that this video helps you reach your flyer goals. Keep stretching and keep practicing.